I think I'm live. Sorry if my computer is a bit blinding. And let's move this light a little closer. Okay, let's try. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Hello. I know it's Monday. It's not my normal, not that I really have a normal day or time, but I know it's not my normal day or time, but I just couldn't fit planning in last night at all, even for me personally, so I figured I would do another little live stream and plan it on there. And then you guys can plan with me as well if you haven't already planned. So, anyway, there's lots of planning to do. I need to plan. If this camera angle's like super wonky, let me know. I feel like it might be a little bit. Anyway, I need to do my planning for this week. And then I also need to, I haven't really looked at my planners at all for the past week as well, so I need to look at all that. And then I'm also going to start planning for some readathons that I'm going to be doing next month. So. Is my sound alright? Is everything alright? Let me know. Oh. It's only 7 o'clock and I'm already tired, so I don't know how long this session will last. It's probably a good thing because Chris will want to go to bed fairly early as well. Okay, so first things first. Let's pull out all the markers. Hope that none of the caps are off again. Everything looks fine. And let's go through and check off what I actually read this week of what I planned last time. Because like I said, I really didn't go through here much. Let's see, today's the 29th. Yeah, so I ended up DNFing this book. Dating You, Hating You, I actually already started, which is like way down there. Hi Libby! I'm alright. A little wiped from work, but some relaxation always helps with that. Relaxation meaning planning. Let's see. Alright. Now let's try to figure out what I meant by some of these, because I don't remember. Obviously my brain is a little dead. Okay, so obviously I didn't do great. That's fine. Let's, so I've been going through my calendar and planning out, like I started doing this last week. Hi Crystal! And I started planning out my reading last week. I wonder if the lighting is okay in here without this light. Is that alright? It went alright. I meant to vlog it, and I did vlog Friday and Saturday, and then, Saturday morning, and then I didn't vlog at all anymore because I took a nap, and then I worked all day, and I came back and was really tired, and then Sunday, I was just working on stuff all day, so I didn't actually vlog on Sunday, so I sort of did it, but not really. And I meant to vlog it, and I didn't really. Let's see, so yesterday I listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours of audiobooks. And then Saturday I listened to 4 hours, And then Friday, which is my other day off, I listened to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So between all those, I kicked it. But, okay. Apparently it's fine. So these are like the buddy reads that I was like writing in and planning and stuff. And I also marked that the Vaginal Fantasy Book Club live show is on Tuesday. I think there's something else coming up on Thursday as well, but I don't remember what it is, and I better remember. Otherwise, I'm going to be really mad if I miss something that I'm excited about. Really bummed out, I guess I should say. I don't know if mad's the right word. But I like how I'm planning this better. So this I did today while I was at work. And these are all readathons happening in February because everyone's going crazy with the readathons. So from the 1st all the way through until the 15th is Cozy-a-thon. And then the 4th through the 10th is the Unicorn Readathon. And then the In Love-a-thon is from the 9th all the way through the 15th. And then I'm doing a buddy read of An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole on these 3 days. And then Contemporary-a-thon. Oh, why did I say that? Yeah, okay, sorry. And then a Contemporary-a-thon starts on the 12th. And it goes all the way through the 18th. And then the Time Hop-a-thon is the 19th through the 25th. And then also in the month is Feminist Lit February and February. So there's a lot of readathons happening this month. There's even more than this. These are just the ones that I actually am interested in, which is excessive. So I'm going to try to plan out all of these. So I want to go through, find out what the reading challenges are, write them all down, and then try to like plan. Is some goal that I want to do. I don't know if I'll get it all done tonight, but that's the plan. At least for things like Cozy-a-thon, I don't think I'm going to have to, since it's so long, I'm not going to plan any books for that right now because I'm pretty sure other books will fall into it. Planning out your reading is the best ever. As long as it doesn't stress you out. It doesn't stress me out at all. I find it really fun. But I know for some people it does end up stressing them out, so don't do it if it stresses you, but if it just makes you more motivated, definitely do it. So for now, I haven't really listened. Yeah, I haven't really listened to anything today yet because I've been at work. I only just got home like an hour ago. A little over an hour ago, and then Chris and I ate dinner and watched part of The Lord of the Rings. So I've barely listened to anything yet today. I've listened to like maybe an hour of Hating You, Dating You. But that's fine. I think today will just be a day where I only read like an hour or two of books, and I think I'll plan to read like 6 hours every day. For like 6 hours of audiobooks every day this week to kind of balance out for it. Yeah, I love finding patterns. You're too much of a mood reader. I don't plan out a ton. I mean, I do, but like I don't plan out a ton of time at a time. I like to just plan just a little bit at a time. Okay. Let me check. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to be yawning a lot during this. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something on Goodreads as a message that someone sent me, and it just made me really happy because we were like planning out some buddy reads for the future, and so we started with a list of like 40 books or something, and then we cut it down to like 20, and then we just both eliminated 5 each. And so we had like 10 left, I think, because we ended up like Yeah, both cutting out 5, so we had 10, and it perfectly falls into 5 different categories. There's like 2 epic fantasies, 2 like slower fantasies, 2 fairy tale retellings, 2 classics, and 2, what was the other one? 2 urban fantasies, and it perfectly fit into all these categories, and that just makes me so happy. I was like, wow, how did we even do that? So anyway, sorry, I was reading her message, and I'm pretty happy. Anyway, hi Judith. Plan my reading in my notebook already. Readathons are fun. I really like them. I want to try to vlog for all these readathons. Tamara, sorry, did you say it was Tamara, right? Is that how you pronounced it? I'm so bad at this. Tell me if that was right, the second pronunciation, Tamara. Okay, anyway, go to Little Book Owl's blog. It's great. She lists all the readathons, and I love it. So yeah, go to her blog. It's fantastic. She doesn't have all of them, but she has most of them. There's only like, the second time was right. Okay, sorry. Okay. Little Book Owl's lovely. I really like her. She's one of the YouTubers. I mean, when you started like BookTube, there were these like bigger booktubers who were really not that big at all, like 5,000, 10,000, who are now huge. And so like everyone knew everyone, and everyone was like subscribed to everyone. She's one of the ones that was like big that like I continued to watch because I just think she's so wonderful. She's one that I've always stuck with. But her blog is a really good resource. She has on her blog, she has a section that says readathon calendar, and she just has them all listed, and it's great. Okay. So here's, I guess, my reading for the week and how it's gonna go. Oh, I don't know if I can fit in 6 hours of audiobooks tomorrow. Okay, so here's the thing though, is that right now I'm trying to listen to Gentleman in Moscow before it gets returned to the library. But I don't know if I feel like reading it. That's the problem. I want to read it, but at the same time, I don't know if Giselle right now is the best person to be reading it. So I think I've just decided that I'm going to put it on hold, recheck it out from the library in the future, and to cross it off my currently reading list, because I don't think it's something that I can focus on right now. That being said, I feel much lighter with my reading now. I DNF'd. You guys, DNFing is so great. Can I just say, I DNF'd 2 books today, and I feel like reading again. And I was like dragging my feet because I was not enjoying anything that I was reading. I DNF'd 2 books, and I'm like, okay, now I want to read again. So if you feel draggy, just chuck that book. It's not worth your time. On the Drunk Live show on Chelsea Darlene Reed's channel the other day, they were talking about like what their YouTube legacy was for like all these different YouTubers, and like what that thing that they are known for or that they started spreading throughout YouTube is. And I think mine is like DNFing. Like, DNF all the books. They're not worth your time. I think that's my legacy. Chelsea's is definitely the hating game. Okay. And if it's not my legacy, I'm gonna make it my legacy. Okay, I lost my pen. Okay, so I don't feel like writing in this notebook this week. This is usually where I put like my reading plans for the week. I don't really feel like making one this week. At least not like one in there. So I'm just gonna make a quick one in here, and we'll make it work. Okay, so yeah, we'll just do it on this page. So today is the 29th, so the 30th, 1/31, 2/1, 2/2, 2/3. Basically, that's all I'm going to plan. I'm just going to plan for these couple days because the first readathon starts on the 4th, which is the unicorn readathon. I don't really have any fantasy checked out right now, so this is really one I'm going to focus on. Okay, so for the many sins of Lord Cameron, tomorrow I'm going to try to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of, because I was supposed to start it today and that's not happening. And then I'm going to try to get to 6, 7, 8. I think it's only 9 hours long, honestly. And the girls that I read it with, ugh, they're such fast readers. Oh my goodness. I can't keep up with them. Oh, okay. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Remember to check out Little Book Owl's thing. It's really good and very helpful. Okay. Yeah, it's 9 hours long, so that's that. And then currently checked out from the library. Let's see, so today, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12. So anything due before the 12th has to get read, like today. Not today, but by the end of this week. So I have a Tropic of Serpents. I think that's what we should probably start with, is just see what I have checked out right now, because this list is out of date. Okay, so Tropic of Serpents, Dating You, Hating You, Mountains Between Us, I do still have checked out, but I have a different copy now that is due further along. Gunslinger Girl, I DNF'd because boring. So I still have these ones. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to flip anyone off. Yep. Okay. Dating You, Hating You, Case of the Cryptic Crinoline. We have Beautiful Bastard. I feel like this is making the lighting really weird. Let me see if I can turn this off. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I feel like that might be better. I don't feel like it's necessarily better for me, but I feel like it's better for you. I felt like the lighting otherwise was just really weird. Okay. So, I have Beautiful Bastard, and then I have The Case of the Gypsy Goodbye. The Mountains Between Us. Mountain Between Us. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I'm not even writing down the authors. That's fine. I know who they are. And Mr. Popper's Penguins, which I didn't check out, but I've been really wanting to read. My sister checked it out, so I'm going to read it too. My sister and I do this all the time. She'll check one book out, or I'll check one out, and then we end up reading each other's books. And it's kind of like a buddy read. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Penguin. Okay. That does not look like penguins, but I swear it is. I should be able to spell that. I was obsessed with Club Penguin when I was younger. Okay. So I really don't have that many books checked out right now. I feel like it's a reasonable number, and I'm definitely gonna, I have a couple checkouts left on Hoopla, and I'm definitely gonna go crazy at the end of the month and just like check out a bunch of stuff with my extra like credits. But for now, this is all I have. I'd buddy read with you, Libby. Do you have any preferences? How does this list sound to you? Okay. Case of the Gypsy Goodbye is due on the 13th, so I'm going to say that it's due on the 10th. And not the 10th, sorry, the 12th. Hoo la la. Hating You, Dating You, I already have. Beautiful Bastard is the one. The other Christina Lauren. Which I don't have downloaded on here. Nice. Okay, Mountains Between Us is due on the 14th, so I'm going to write that it's due on the 13th. 20 days from now, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 is the 17th. Ugh, I don't think I can do YA right now. I don't know. I really think I am biased against YA, which sucks, but is true. And I don't know. It may just be my mood right now, but like, I just tried to read a YA book, and I'm just like, ugh, can't do it. I guess there are some that I'm more interested in than others. Like, I don't think I can do, like, YA contemporary anymore, but I think YA fantasy I can deal with, like, as long as there's not a lot of romance. Because if there's too much romance, I'm just like, you're teenagers, I don't believe it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I actually have until the 11th of the night of the 11th. So let's change that so that it says the 11th. Okay, awesome. Oh, that works out much better. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I've been reading too much, like, older contemporary that I don't think I can go back. I haven't tried, but I'm afraid to try. Okay. Sorry, lots of yawning. So now that I have my checkout list, we can do this. Okay. So Dating You, Hating You. How far am I through that? I think I'm like 5 hours through? 4.5. So let's just say that 5. So Dating You. Oops, not Hating You. Dating You / Hating You 5. Hating You. Why am I writing with this pen? I don't like that pen. Okay. Dating You, Hating You 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 9.5 hours long, so we'll just stick 9. And then we'll stick Case of the Cryptic Crinoline. One, 2, 3. Beautiful. And really that's... I think I should just focus on the mountain between us from that point on. And everything else I know I can absolutely breeze through in like 1 day or less. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. An M is not a B. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So really that's all my reading planning. That's as far as it goes for this week. I'm not pressuring myself, and I know that like there's so many books I'm going to be able to like breeze through within Unicorn Readathon that don't fall into it. But even on the first day of the In Love-a-thon and stuff like that, I'm just going to be able to like read these books really fast. And I don't know what books I'll have checked out at that point. So we'll just go with that. Let me see if I can... So I'm on Libby, and I'm going to see if I can arrange it by... you can't. I was hoping you could arrange it by, like, when the books are coming off of hold and not when you put them on hold. But you can't. So there's some books... I wonder if I should go through and write all the books that I have on hold and then write down when they should be coming off of hold, because it will give me an approximation and then I can, like, figure it out. But I don't really think I care enough. Oh, I'm going to be getting these 2 books tomorrow. Because they come out tomorrow on the 30th. Hoopla, in case you didn't know, if you have Hoopla, it resets at 7 p.m. So if you go on Monday night after 7 p.m. Eastern time, it will give you all the books that are released tomorrow that aren't even out yet. It's really awesome, and I love doing it. So that's what I'm looking at, like, tomorrow's releases. Let's see if turning the brightness down helps. Yeah, so I'm looking at all the books that come out tomorrow that Hoopla has bought, because that's when their time switches over. It's great. So we'll probably end up going through this tonight as well and, like, adding the ones that I'm interested in to my list. Awesome. Okay, so now I feel like all that is left. Oh, yes! Oh, yeah. They have the new Beverly Jenkins book, Tempest. Ooh. They don't have the second book, but I want to read the series so badly. The first book is Forbidden. I may try to get to it this month because... Isn't this month Black History? Yeah, this month is... Not this month. February is Black History Month, so I think I'm going to try to get to this because Beverly Jenkins is awesome. She's really cool. And everyone calls her Miss Bev. She's adorable. Okay, so. Sorry. My brain is kind of scattered right now. So. Okay, so if you go to Hoopla, I always just go under books, like the second to last one over, and then you click on genres, and if you scroll down to the J, it says just added to Hoopla. And it just sorts it by the date they were added. Which I check it every night after 7 to see, like, what they've added. Because they don't just add things Monday nights. They add things almost every night. So I check it every night. And then I'll just add the ones that I'm most interested in. Okay. So next I think we have to go look up all of these readathons. Write down all of the prompts. And make it happen. Okay. Because a lot of these are going to overlap. Okay, so for the... So Unicorn Readathon, I used purple. Let's write unicorn. Unicorn readathon. And the challenges are read books with magical creatures. And they don't have to be fantasy necessarily, if it's in the title or if it's on the cover. Then it counts. Don't even get me started on Laura Lee Gurkey, whatever her name is. No. I haven't read that one, but I've attempted to read 4 books by her. I've DNF'd 3 of them and hated all 4. So, I don't think I'm gonna read that one, but I know some other people really like her. I just do not like her at all, and I don't know why. But, sorry. Didn't mean to shoot you down over there, but I've tried. I've tried a lot, and I can't. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so the next one is the In Love-a-thon, which I don't even remember which color I ended up using. I think I used... I don't think it was this one. Yes, it was this bright, like, magenta pink. Okay, so now for the In Love-a-thon. Let's look up Vanessa's one for that. In Love-a-thon. Okay, so her challenges, oh, there's 10 challenges. You choose 7. Okay. Read a book from your favorite romance author. I can do that. Read a book that has your favorite romantic trope. Okay, so let's write that down. In Love-a-thon. Choose 7 of 10. And then the 10 are 1, favorite author, read a book, your favorite romantic trope. Favorite trope? And I swear, all of these readathons happening this month, they're like all hosted by Vanessa from Paper Fairy. Like, all of them. I don't know how she's doing it. She's crazy. In the best way possible. But, like, she put up, like, 3 announcement videos back to back. That girl is on top of the readathons. Okay, for favorite trope, prince or princess. Fairy tale. With adaptation. Five is while eating. I'll just eat some Oreos. Oreos are Valentine's, right? A location you'd want to spend Valentine's Day. Seven is a book with red or pink on the cover. Which, see, a lot of these actually for the In Love-a-thon tie really closely into the Cozy-a-thon. Like the red or pink on the cover, the fairy tale with the adaptation. Like, these fit in. Read a book with LGBTQIA+. That A looks like an H. Okay, there we go. Read an LGBT book. 9 is a classic love story. I hate Romeo and Juliet. And number 10 is to read Judith, where did you go? You were here and then you never said anything. Hi again. Are you still here? You should say hello to me. And then read one of your host's favorite books. AKA Pride and Prejudice. Okay. So the host's favorite books, in case you guys are interested, are Losing It by Cora Carmack, which was trash and I don't recommend. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which is, I believe, a LGBT one, so that would fit for challenge number 8. The Fill-In Boyfriend by Casey West, so young adult. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, which is the one I'm going to be reading. To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, which is another young adult one. I like that one. I don't think this sequel was very good, but, you know, I'm not even using my fingers anymore. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, which you haven't read yet, you should really go read. And then Hunted by Megan Spooner, which I think is another young adult. I believe it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Romeo and Juliet was Shakespeare's take on YA. But, like, yeah. I was gonna say, but, like, really stupid YA, but a lot of YA is stupid. I mean, a lot of YA is excellent and amazing, but yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I'm kind of at an impasse with Shakespeare. Like, I don't really like tragedies, but I don't really like his comedies either. Like, personal enjoyment, like, from a literary sense, I can see that they're really good. But personally, I don't really enjoy them because the plot of every single one of his comedies is miscommunication. Every single one. And I just really, really hate miscommunication. I think it's such a cheap plot point. And especially since he did it for every single one. Like, name a Shakespeare comedy that isn't just rife with miscommunication. There's, like, Much Ado About Nothing, and Midsummer Night's Dream, and As You Like It, and All's Well That Ends Well, and, what other ones are there? There's, what's that one? What's the one that I'm thinking of? Love's Labor Lost. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Love's Labor Lost. And, like, all of them, they're all just, like, miscommunication galore. Twelfth Night, Much Ado About Nothing, all of them. And it's just, like, I loved them growing up, but now I can't. I think they irritate me too much. Okay. Libby, when did you end up reading The Hating Game? It's really good. It's really, really good. Melody picked it up as well, finally, and she loved it too. Speaking of, where's Melody? Why isn't she here? She and Judith both abandoned me. I feel so betrayed. Okay. So anyway, those are all their host picks. They're really the only ones that I care about reading or Hunted and Pride and Prejudice. I've already read Pride and Prejudice, of course, but I would really love to reread it. And I don't really care about any of the other ones, at least right now. Phil and Boyfriend and Song of Achilles are ones that, like, maybe I'll try in the future. Like, he had the one to be like, Romeo, no. Yeah, I just, ugh, I don't know. Pick it up, Allie. It's really, really good. I promise you won't regret it. You'll love it. Everyone has loved it. Okay. Hi, Melody. Thank you for popping in. Have you been here the whole time, or did you just pop in? Did you hear me ragging on you 2 minutes ago? Is that why you said hello? Are you still at work, or have you left already? Okay. So, anyway, I've been really wanting to reread Pride and Prejudice anyway, which reminds me, I need to message someone and ask them. I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read of Jane Eyre. Oh, Melody, you didn't hear me ragging on you. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. I totally didn't say anything. I just said, where's Melody? I feel betrayed that she's not here. And then you popped in like 30 seconds later. It was just perfect timing. Anyway, I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read of Jane Eyre, rereading it, and it would be this other person's first time, but I don't know when she wants to read it, so I'm going to message her and say, hey, when do you want to start Jane Eyre? So that I can plan it into my reading. Okay, done. Ugh, I'm just being so productive. Okay, so that's the In Love-a-thon. Next readathon is Contemporary-a-thon. Contemporary-a-thon, which I use this bright blue for. Ooh, I don't know if this is enough room. So that Contemporary-a-thon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's enough room. Are you guys joining in any of these readathons? Okay. Contemporary-a-thon. Oh shoot. Wrong Contemporary-a-thon video. That's from 3 months ago. Holy crap. Well, I don't know where Chelsea's announcement video is, but here's Julie's for round 2. Okay. 7 challenges. Okay. Readathons. You should. They're so fun. Especially, you should vlog them. Vlogging them and then posting them at the end of the week is so much fun. Yeah. Hey, fun story. Booktube-a-thon is the reason I joined Booktube, so it will always have a special place in my heart. But everyone was posting videos for Booktube-a-thon, and I found a bunch of people, and I'm like, that's it. And I started reading again for the first time in 3 years, besides required school reading, and I picked up North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, and I read the whole book in a week, and I was like, bam. I read one book. I was supposed to read 7, but it's really long, so I guess it's okay, and I haven't read for a long time. And then I started my booktube channel the next week. Yeah. Planning them, I think it's fun to sit down and like plan them like the day before and just like plan your TBR and then like go ham. But planning in advance can be helpful, especially if you're busy. Time Hop-a-thon sounds so fun, and it's super easy. It's just 3 challenges that one of them can be doubled up, so really only 2 challenges. Thriller-a-thon, the 19th sounds right. It's something that I'm not interested in at all, but I did see it and see people talking about it. Reading vlogs are so fun. You're not boring. I promise you're not boring. You always think you're more boring than other people find you. I promise you. I did daily vlogs for a long time, and yeah. We thought we were really boring too, and then people would always comment on the really boring ones and be like, oh, this vlog was so fun, and I'm like, you're crazy, but whatever. We'll be glad you posted them. Yeah. To start out editing, I don't remember which program I used, but Chris has Premiere because he has like Photoshop and stuff, and he has Premiere, and it is the best thing for editing. I don't hate editing anymore because I don't have a crappy editing system. It really helps. You guys, nothing happens during my week either, though. I go to work and I come home, and then I go to work and then I come home, and like that's it. And I just like read at night. You guys should all start vlogging. Okay. Contemporary-a-thon. Challenge 1. Newly acquired contemporary. Which, I'm going to stretch this one. I don't know if I'm going to buy any books. I'm going book shopping this weekend. On Friday. We're going to the book barn. I don't know if I'll buy contemporary there, but if I do, I may just go with something that I'll already have checked out from the library, though. We'll see. Newly acquired contemporary book with pink on the cover. You guys, all of these are just like, read something with pink on the cover. I can do that. Pink on cover. What editing program does who use? Does Allie use or do I use? Because now I use Premiere, and it's awesome. Yes, the book barn. I know, I'm so excited. It's the 30% off sale. We're thrilled. So, like, they're brand new, not brand new, but, like, they're really good condition, like, awesome hardcovers and, like, trade paperbacks are only $3. We're gonna go crazy. And then we have, like, 2 huge boxes full of books to take as well that we're gonna take to the book barn. So we're gonna get a bunch of credit. I'm so excited. Oh, was the sale already going on? That's so awesome that you just went. We barely missed you, dang it. You should come back. That's awesome, Melody. Yay for getting around your mood reading. That's so cool. It's awesome that you got the sale still. Chris and I, we knew, like, we've known for a whole year that we were going to come during the sale. And I don't work on Fridays anyway, so Chris just took off work. And we're going to go buy books. Lots and lots of books. Okay, challenge number 3 is read a hyped contemporary. A diverse contemporary. I feel like the Contemporary-a-thon is going to be hard for me. Why am I writing contemporary in all of these? I know that they're contemporaries. I'm going to stop doing that. I feel like Contemporary-a-thon is going to be hard for me, though, because I'm reading so much historical fiction that contemporary is going to be difficult. Anyway. I would look up videos if I were you, Libby. That will probably help. And that's true. Editing software does take a while to get used to. This Premiere I was not good with at all at first, but now that I am used to it, it's super fast and it's great. Yes, go to the Book Barn. The Book Barn is heaven. I love it so much. I don't do lots of fancy stuff on Premiere. Basically, whenever I have an idea to do anything out of the ordinary, like cutting and copying and moving stuff around and adding in pictures, if I have anything outside of that, like you'll see in my next upcoming videos and stuff, that... Oh, I think it might have been in the first. In my first wrap-up that I did, like there was like a picture and it was really ugly, and so I like pushed it out of the way. I totally had Chris come and do that. I said, this is what I want, and he did it for me. And then there's something else in an upcoming one that it's kind of the same thing, where I'm moving a picture around on the screen. It's something I definitely couldn't do on my own right now. Like, I could have figured it out probably if I had looked it up, but Chris, since I have an in-house editor with me, but I have been editing all my own videos, I'll just put little flags, and then he'll come and help me. Anyway. And cats, all the cats. There are a lot of cats, that's true. Neantic, Connecticut. It's awesome. I love it so much. If I could work at the Book Barn, that would be heaven. Darker Taboo. A graphic novel. I'm just not a big graphic novel reader. We'll see how that goes. I probably won't get to that one. And one that was recommended to you. Well, if you ever go up to Connecticut, definitely go. It's amazing. Okay, so these are my first 3 readathons. We'll see how this goes. Alright. Next one. I thought of doing that too, Melody. I think that would be really fun if you do. I'd watch them while I'm active on there. I've recently been checking it, but sometimes I forget to check Instagram for like months at a time. But it's a really good idea. I'm just never consistent enough. If you guys are interested in me doing that, let me know. And maybe I'll try to start doing that Instagram stories for reading progress. So I feel like that would be much easier than doing vlogs as well. Okay, anyway. Next readathon. Time Hop-a-thon is the next one. Actually, before Time Hop-a-thon, I guess I should do Cozy-a-thon. Maybe I'll do Cozy-a-thon, Feminist Lit February, and February all together on here. And then Time Hop-a-thon on the next one. Okay. Cozy-a-thon. Which I chose gray for the color because gray is just such a cozy color to me. 4 months ago, 2 weeks ago, there we go. Valentine's Day edition. I don't know if I really care about doing the challenges, but the bookish ones I think I could. Okay, so for the challenges, it's drink in a coffee shop or tea room. I don't drink coffee, and I've never been in a coffee shop. I think I've been inside a Starbucks once to go to the bathroom, and that's it. So that one's off the list for me. I'm not just gonna go find a tea room to like awkwardly go read there. Read while eating or drinking chocolate. I don't want to do that. Eating cake or cookies. I don't like cake, and I don't really want to go buy cookies for that. Read while eating popcorn. I'm not going to make popcorn. I don't feel like doing that. Take a walk while listening to an audiobook. I'm not going to take a walk. I stand up all day anyway. I'm not going to do that. Visit a romantic place and read there. Nope, not going to go anywhere. Stay home date. Read wrapped up in a blanket. I do that all the time, so I'm going to do one. Read until midnight. I do that fairly often as well, so read it. I'm going to do 2. Okay. I'm not consistent, yeah. Instagram stories are pretty great, though. I really like them. I really like watching, what's their face? Come on, you know who I'm talking about. The Ripped Bodice. Leah, I feel like is it Leah who's always posting stuff on there about her, her like building everything from IKEA for like the bookstore. It's great. I love it. Yeah, go eat dinner. That's what I did as soon as I got home. I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom and then I'm eating food immediately. Okay. So obviously I don't care about the challenges, but the bookish dates I think are fun. And that's what I really care about. So Cozy-a-thon. Cozy-a-thon. Z's are so weird in cursive. Okay. So I guess we'll just, start with going as number 9 is to read a book with pink or red. Again, all of these fit in. Red or pink. 10 is to read a book with a sweet title. 11 to read a book about love or a relationship. I'm sure that will be really hard for me to find a book about love. Ugh. Watch a Disney adaptation of a fairy tale and then read a retelling of it. Again, this fits really well into the In Love-a-thon one, except for they want you to read the original fairy tale with an adaptation. This wants you to watch a movie adaptation and then read a retelling. So that way you'll kind of read all 3. Hi, Libby. Welcome back. Fairy tale adaptation. And retelling. Number 13 is to buddy read a book with someone. I'm definitely going to be doing that. "14 is to have a reading date with a friend or a loved one. I can squeeze that in with Christopher. You guys, Chris has been reading again, and it's so fun. He's almost done with, oh gosh, what is that one called? I feel like it starts with an A. The author's last name is Carr. It's going to be a mini series or a TV show. You know which one I'm talking about, right? That's so many hints. The Alienist. There we go. By Caleb Carr. When you can remember the author's name, but not the book title. Anyway, he's almost done with that. He's really liking it. He listened to a whole audiobook while he was at work today. He's going to start another one tomorrow. He's like killing it. That little punk is going to pass me up in reading. And I'm not even going to be that mad about it. Just a little bit peeved. Okay. So a reading date. So we'll sit down and read together sometime. And then a shopping date. Buy yourself a bookish present, which I'm going to do because I'm going to the book barn on Friday. Bookish present. Okay. Boom. Simple, easy peasy. All of these things I think will pretty much be accomplished with the other readathons. Okay. So the next readathon, Feminist Lit February. Which I only found out about today, which I don't know how, because it's so amazing. So, yeah, I found out about it today because Wild Book Garden posted her TBR, her February TBR, and she was talking about Cozy-a-thon and Feminist Lit Feb, and I was like, oh, okay. And so then I watched her video, obviously, and then I went and looked it up, and I'm like, this is so cool. Yeah, Chris is really liking it, so. And I know you guys have fairly similar taste most of the time. Okay, so for Feminist Lit February, what colors should we choose for that? Green is Time Hop-a-thon, and I've already used these colors. Just that? Okay, I've already used all these colors. I'm gonna use this one. Feminist Lit February. Well, I'm gonna use teal. Yeah, you should totally listen to it this week. This is my favorite color. Out of all the ones that I have, this one and the gray are my two favorites to use. Okay. So Feminist Lit Feb. Alright. Feminist Lit Feb. I'm trying not to let my cursive suck too much. And their challenges are to read a book of feminist fiction. Simple enough. I feel like most romances count as that. Obviously not all romances, but most romances. I bet the book pick for my book club, the Courtney Milan one would work for this because her books are usually super feminist, super woman power. women with like careers and awesomeness and working women and all this stuff, even though like they're historical fiction. So I bet that one would work. Maybe I'll try to I mean, it's for the whole month, so anytime I read that and I'm reading it this month will count. So I bet that's the one I'll probably use. Feminist fiction. Feminist nonfiction is going to be the slightly harder one because I don't have any nonfiction lined up, so I'll have to go through and see what I have. Is anyone else doing Feminist Lit February? Because I think it's so awesome. Number 3 is Own Voices book. I think for that one I'll probably use like the Alyssa Cole book, An Extraordinary Union. But I don't know if that like counts Own Voices enough. I mean, she's African American and writing about an African American women, but their experiences weren't the same at all. But I feel like it still counts. I mean, it does, right? Okay. I'm counting it. 4 is to read a book written by a black woman or someone who is black and non-binary / gender fluid. So, read a book written by female black author. And then 5, read whatever you want. A freebie. Alright. Simple as that. So Feminist Lit February, very few challenges, very easy. February is literally just to read Fae books, and the last one on my list is Time Hop-a-thon. Time Hop-a-thon, which I remember the thing, but I'm like the challenges, but I'm still gonna go look it up because I'm me. Okay, February. Oh, that's such a good color for Fae though. What color should I use for Fae then? Black? Because the Fae are black-hearted. Sure, let's go with black. February. Read Fae books. Which my other book club pick, the what's its face? You know which one I'm talking about. Come on, you guys. The Perilous Guard. That's a Fae book. So if you're reading that, you're technically sort of participating in February, but only if you want to, obviously. February. Read Fae books. And then the last one is the Time Hop-a-thon. Which I'm really just realizing now that I should have done this on a 2-page spread so I could look at it like this. Instead, I have to flip back and forth between them. Not my smartest idea. Oh well, too late now. I guess I can always rewrite them, but I just... We'll see. I'll do that after if I decide to do that. Time Hop-a-thon. For Time Hop-a-thon, there's only 3 challenges to read historical fiction, / a classic. Number 2 is to read a new release. For the present, so something written released 2017 or 2018. And then the third one is to read a book for the future, so sci-fi, dystopian, etc. I'm just going to stick sci-fi because, let's be real, I'm not going to go reading a dystopian book. Dystopia is not my thing. Neither is post-apocalyptic, so it's going to be a sci-fi book. The first one is a unicorn readathon, and I'm not sure. I don't have any fantasy books checked out right now. But I think I'm going to start that one dragon series by that one guy. You totally know who I'm talking about, right? Sylvia really likes him. She said she talks about them being like violent, extremely violent middle grade is how she always describes them. What is that series called? Okay. No, it's not Aragon. That's too old. Too old meaning too more like young adult. Sylvia from Wish Fulfillment always talks about him. Let's see. So I'm gonna go stalk her Goodreads. I don't like Aragon. I read that book when I was like, I don't know, 14 or something. And I read it. And I read the whole thing. And it's a long book. And I got to the end. And I started the second book. And then I was like, wait, why am I reading the second book? I didn't even like the first book. And then I DNF'd it and returned it to the library. I don't know what I was thinking. It was just like, I feel like my Aragon was so mindless that I didn't realize that I didn't like it until I got to the end. And then I was like, I really didn't enjoy any of that. Why am I trying to read the next book? Okay. Here's how we're going to find the dragon book. We're going to go to Sylvia from Wish Fulfillment's Goodreads page. And then we're going to click Compare Books. I know she's read it, so I'm going to click it as her read shelves. I know I haven't read it, so I'm going to put it as my to-read shelf. And there's only 55 books left. There we go. I found it. So impressed with myself. Okay. So it's the Wings of Fire series by Tui T. Sutherland. The first book is The Dragonet Prophecy. Oh, well, that's good. I'm impressed you got to the end. We, meaning my husband, owns the first 3 books. He's only read the first one, and he will not give up the other 2, though. I'm just like, why are these here? They're just taking up, there's just a waste of space. These books aren't even good. And he's like, no, I loved him so much when I was younger. He was my inspiration. And I'm like, but they suck. Let's just get rid of them, trade them into the book barn, and get something good instead. And he won't do it. Yes, you guys, I bully my husband to try to make him get rid of books that I don't like. But he won't get rid of them. I've asked him like 7 times. I guess I should probably stop. Anyway, The Dragonet Prophecy, Wings of Fire series by 2E.T. Sutherland. I know Connor from Connor O'Brien really likes this series as well. So I think this is what I'm going to go for the readathon. The unicorn readathon, that is. And then, as far as everything else, I think maybe next Sunday or even like Wednesday night, like the 7th, I'm going to sit down and plan all my other readathons and the overlapping and like seeing what I have checked out currently. But right now, this is what I have. Unfortunately, I have checked out right now, which actually would be perfect. I have the what is the title? The Lady, what's her face? The Tropic of Serpents, The Memoirs of Lady Trent. I have the second book checked out right now, which would be perfect, except for it gets returned on the 4th, which is when the readathon starts. So I don't want to like leave it and then have to read it all on the 4th before it gets returned. So I'm going to have to read it this week, but it would have been perfect. Maybe I'll go on to the 3rd book though. You never have the first one. Can you put books on hold? Or get the audiobook, because audiobooks are the best things ever. I've been really been wanting to start it, but I just haven't yet. And I think I've built up, in my journal, I think I've built up enough of a buffer of like reading a ton of sequels that I'm allowed to start a new series. I think so. Anyway. I guess let's come in here and fill out how my reading went this week, which you'll see wasn't very good compared to how it was last month. Awesome, we should do a buddy read. Do you want to buddy read that? From the 4th. When was it again? The 4th to the 8th. Do you want to do like a 4 or 5 day buddy read of it on this first week? Because that's when the unicorn-a-thon starts. Let me know. Okay. So let's see. On Monday, I listened to 3 hours of audiobooks. They were all standalones, which is under my goal of 4 per day, so I'm kind of bummed. Oh, that actually was not what I wanted to do. That was, I'm filling in Mondays, but that was Sundays. Okay, well, I did listen to 3, 4, 5. So I listened to 5 hours, actually, on Sunday, which normally on Sundays I listen to about 10 to 20, so 5 is not good. And then I listened to 3 hours on Monday, which is under my 4 goal. Crummy reading, you guys, this week. And then on Tuesday I listened to 2, which is half of my goal. And then Wednesday, I listened to 5. But one of them, part of them, was a sequel, so that's good at least. Okay. Yay! You can low-key participate. That's not low-key participating. The whole point, they don't say how many you need to read. They just say, read a book with a magical creature in it. That's not low-key participating. That is participating. I expect a TBR video. Wings of Fire. Do you not watch Sylvia? Sylvia is great. I love Sylvia. She and I have extremely different reading taste. And even the books that we both do read, we have very different opinions on them. So she's one of the people that I purely just watch for her personality and for her. But I have watched like all her videos for over 2 years now. I think I found her in January maybe, or February of 2016. and I have like barely missed a video. I really love her, but we do not have similar taste at all. Anyway, she's great though. Okay, oh bye Lizzie. Thank you. Oh, yoga. At night too. You guys, you're dedicated. Wings of Fires. It's supposedly very violent, but out of 13,000 ratings on Goodreads, it has a 4.4. So people will love it, apparently. Okay, so now for Thursday, I listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, which is better. Definitely not amazing for how bad I was doing. I'll be happy. And then Friday I listened a lot. That's the day that I vlogged. But yeah. So I listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hours of standalones. The problem with Friday and the reason I feel like I didn't read much that day is simply for the fact that I didn't really enjoy anything that I read. You finished an audiobook and started a new one. What did you finish? What did you start? Let us know. Wings of Fire is the series. The first book is The Dragonette Prophecy. D-R-A-G-O-N-E-T Prophecy. Been listening to so many audiobooks lately. Audiobooks are so much better than physical books, though. Admit it, Melody, they're just the best. You and Chris, you lucky jerk faces who get to listen while at work. Basically, on Friday, I listened to a bunch of hours of audiobooks, and I just didn't enjoy them. I listened to 7 hours of a sequel, which I then ended up DNFing the next day, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I listened to 16 hours on Friday, which, I mean, if we looked at my previous Fridays where I listened, actually the previous Friday I didn't listen to that much, but the Friday before that I listened to a heck of a lot, and the Friday before that even more. It could be better. Okay. Oh my gosh, audiobooks are the best. Audiobooks give me life. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I listened to 3 hours of a sequel on Saturday. Not a sequel, sorry, why did I say that? A standalone. And then 1 hour of a sequel. And this is when I was like, ugh, why am I reading this book? So then I ended up DNFing it. And then Sunday, I listened to one hour of a standalone. I listened to 2 hours of sequels. Yeah. And then I ended up being naughty and reading a new book in a series, a fresh new start in a series. But I think what I'm going to do, instead of using my new color, since it's the first book in a series, but it is also me catching up in a series, should I use a different color to indicate that I'm caught up in the series, that I can't read? Oh wait, no, there's a prequel. Never mind. Okay, so I'll just use the start of a new series. There's a prequel that came out a couple of years ago, so I have to read the prequel. Rats! That was going to be my thing, that I was like, oh, well, I caught up in it, so really I shouldn't get docked for starting a new series. But that's what's happening Thursday. Oh, yes! Okay. Phew. Okay, so Thursday is the chat for the book. The reason I read the book was because it's for a book club. And it's the Smart Bitches Trashy Books live chat. So for the book was Death Below Stairs, and there's a live chat going on for it that night. And the author's going to pop in and all this stuff and chat to us. And it's that night, and I don't want to forget it. Okay. It's fine. Okay, I'm really glad I remembered that. Okay, you finished the Song of Achilles and started Fellside. I don't know what Fellside is, but I know what Song of Achilles is. Did you like it? Amber, if you feel like reading that book and you want to participate in the In Love-a-thon, that's one of the picks from the hosts, and one of the challenges to read one of the hosts' favorite books, and that is one of the books. So if you want to read it for the In Love-a-thon, totally counts. Yeah, totally come buddy read with us. That sounds awesome. Do you guys want to... Should I post... Here. Allie, should we post it on my Goodreads group and then we can talk about it in there? Do you guys want to do that? And I'll just start a thread in the fantasy section, or start a new section called Buddy Reads, and just say that we're reading it from like the 4th to the 8th. And that way we can talk about it together. Okay. Whatever's easiest for you guys. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that I remembered. I would have been really sad if I had forgotten that live chat. Time Hop-a-thon for the challenge to read historical fiction. Well, that works. Does that mean that you have like a futuristic book that was published recently that you're going to use for the other one? Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Have fun. I wish I had a dishwasher, so actually feel lucky. I do have a dishwasher though. It's called Christopher, and he's very good at it. He's the best. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I did 8 hours of a start of a new series. In my defense, though, it was for the book club pick. So it's not like I was just like, oh, I'm going to read this book. Like, it was for a book club. And on top of that, I did not know there was a prequel until I was finished with the book. And I was looking it up and I was like, oh snap, there's a prequel. My bad. And people were like, oh yeah, it's better if you read the prequel first. I'm like, well, thanks for telling me this now. Anyway, it was really good. Death Below Stairs by Jennifer Ashley. Death Below Stairs by Jennifer Ashley. It is the first book in a new like murder mystery series. It's, oh gosh, what is her name? Cat Holloway Murder Mystery Series, or just the Cat Holloway Mystery Series. It was really fun. It's very like Downton Abbey-esque, so if you like Downton Abbey, you might like this. She's the cook. She's the new cook, and someone gets murdered her first night there. So then she's like trying to figure out like who did it. But unlike a lot of murder mysteries and like cozy mysteries, where like the person just like inserts themselves in the mystery and like the police are like actively working on it, but this other person just like rams themselves in, gets themselves in dangerous situations, and like almost makes things worse. And it kind of like offsets everything. Unlike doing that, like this, she was really smart, valid, helpful, and like she wasn't like irritating like a lot of those characters are. So I really liked it. And I'm not a huge mystery lover. It's by the author of Girls with All the Gifts. Is that the one with the red cover? Let me look up what it looks like and see if I know it. I was thinking of Spoonbenders by Daryl Gregory. Sea of Rust. I don't know either of those. Oh, it's the one with the blue cover. Okay, yeah, I don't know this book. It does not look like I would like it, but I hope I hope you like it. I don't know. I have no desire to read The Girl with All the Gifts. It's just too scary for me. Oh, Spoonbenders. Okay, I know what that looks like. I really don't know anything about it, but I've seen it in my bookstore. And Sea of Rust. That really doesn't sound familiar at all. It doesn't look familiar at all either. New science fiction. A thrilling twist on The Martian. Oh, shut up. Just oh shut up of like stop comparing everything to The Martian, but you're just gonna disappoint everyone. But that one's actually something I would consider reading. I'll add it to my tentative TBR. Boom, done. You've convinced me. I don't think I would like it either, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, Girls with All the Gifts. The Girl with All the Gifts. Yeah, had a lot of buzz when it came out. Okay. So, this was my reading week last year. This was my reading week last week. You can see that I didn't do a very good job. That I was under my goal multiple days. And it's because I was reading books that I didn't care about. So I DNF'd like 5 books last week. Feels awesome. I'm really glad I did it. And I think this week, after today, where I'm going to maybe read it 1 hour of an audiobook, I think after today, my reading's going to really boost up. I'm excited. Okay. I'd never heard of it before. The writing. Well, I'm glad you liked that. That's always worth going back to an author that you enjoyed the writing of. Okay. You really love robots, so it's just feed into your obsession. Oh, that's great. I don't know if I've ever read a book with a robot in it. I'm sure I have. But I don't think I have. But I'm sure I have. Robopocalypse? Is that how you say that? Ooh. Okay. I think that's most of my planning. I think the last thing I need to do is... I'd really like to film a February TBR. But I don't know how to do it with all of the books. All the different readathons. So I think I'm going to do a February TBR of just like the general books that I want to read, and maybe my Feminist Lit TBR, my February TBR, like my book club picks, general buddy reads that I have planned, and a couple extras that I know I'm going to be getting to. And then and my unicorn readathon. And then I think all the other readathons, the In Love-a-thon, the Contemporary-a-thon, I'll post a separate TBR for, like on the 8th or the 9th. Of like, they overlap but have some similar challenges. Here's this. And then, I don't know. I'll have to see. Because I don't think I can plan them out yet. Do it, Melody. Read them. You guys could totally read it together for the time Hop-a-thon. I don't know. I haven't crossed this off in a few days either. I just haven't been looking at my stuff because I haven't been reading much. Okay, so I've read... So I DNF'd this book. Actually, I didn't DNF it. I just didn't even read it because I decided I didn't care. Two of my friends... I was supposed to be buddy reading it with like 2 or 3 other people. I think 3 other people. And I couldn't start right when everyone else started because I had an anxiety attack. Like 4 of them. And I just like had to put off reading for a few days. And so then when I got back to it, I was like, okay, you guys, I was going to start. 2 of them had already finished, and they both gave it 2 stars. And I was like, okay, I'm not reading this. And they're like, good choice. So, I have read Lady Isabella's Scandalous Marriage. I did read this one. I technically DNF'd it, but oh well. I finished Code Girls. I read Fairy Mom and Me. DNF'd Gunslinger Girl. I'm currently reading Dating You, Hating You. I finished Death Below Stairs. I've started A Tropic of Serpents. Let's see, what else? I think that's everything. So I should add the books to my TBR. The other problem is that all the book clubs that I'm a part of don't really tend to like say which books we're going to be reading for the month until it's like already the first of the month. So like even though we're only like 3 days away from the new month, nobody's posted what their new books are, and it's irritating. I mean, not nobody. Sword and Laser has. I don't think I don't think S'more Sci-Fi has though. Okay. Oh shoot. Dragons and Jetpacks just announced that The Eye of the World is going to be their pick. And also Roya from Unicorn Hunter. Is that her name? Oh shoot, now I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Is it Unicorn Hunter? Yes, Unicorn Hunter books. Okay, so Roya from Unicorn Hunter books. Oh shoot, now what was I saying about her? Oh, she and someone else are doing like a Wheel of Time-a-thon-esque thing. And they're reading one a month. So if I quickly squeeze in The Eye of the World, I really shouldn't do this, but if I really quickly squeeze it in, then I can read the second book this month and catch up. And everyone will be reading it in Dragons and Jetpacks. Guys, this is a really bad idea. I shouldn't do it, but I kind of want to. Ugh, there's just so many books to read. Okay. Sword and Laser already announced A Wrinkle in Time like ages ago. Let's see. Dragons and Jetpack's other book is All Systems Red, which I really want to read as well. Ugh! And it's short, so I'll maybe try to squeeze that one in. Oh! It's sci-fi. I think I'm going to use that for Time Hop-a-thon. F yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, you're in the middle of the Eye of the World. Ooh. Now you make me want to read it even more because I'm like, I can catch up to you and then we can finish it together. If you want to do it, let me know. Okay. I know you said you've been really busy. And All Systems Red only came out in May, so it would count for 2 challenges in Time Hop-a-thon. Ugh. You guys. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if it's worth doing. We'll see. The only thing is, where am I going to possibly fit in Wheel of Time? It's such a big book. The other sci-fi book that is on my list right now is the 3rd book in the Remembrance of Earth's Past series. But it's really long and I won't be able to read it within the Time Hop-a-thon. Okay, sorry. What are you missing? Sorry, Libby. Nothing. I'm just trying to figure out which books on my TBR can I fit into different readathons, what I should film and plan and do as a TBR, as a February TBR, which one I'm going to have to post as like separate ones, and I don't know. At least for Pride and Prejudice is easy. I've already decided that Pride and Prejudice is going to be my pink book, and I'm probably going to read it over the weekend of the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Wheel of Time is this huge fantasy series. It's 14 books long. They're all like this big, and yeah, by Robert Jordan, like Allie just said. He died at the end. He only wrote 12 books. So Brandon Sanderson had just released his first couple books. And so Robert Jordan's wife asked him to write the last 2. So he like co-wrote them using Robert Jordan's notes. So a lot of Brandon Sanderson lovers have gone back and like want to read the whole Wheel of Time series so they can read the last 2 books, which were written by Brandon Sanderson. But yeah, it's huge. And apparently it's not very nice to women. And that's my one thing with Wheel of Time, is that like I'm also scared to start it simply for the fact that like ain't nobody got time for a bad portrayal of women. The first book in the series is The Eye of the World. Melody doesn't think she'll be reading that series. Like, as much as she loves Brandon Sanderson, she doesn't love him that much to read 12 books, 12 giant books from the series. I don't know. I know a lot of people who do like it just for its own right, but yeah, I've heard it gets really slow in the middle, too. They will be the only... Melody, just read number 13 and 14. It's fine. I'm sure you won't have missed much in the previous 12 books. It's fine. Just read the last 2. I don't... Oh my gosh, that's what you just said, Allie. I was being sarcastic. I couldn't do that either. That's a bit insane. Okay. I've only read one Brandon Sanderson, too. Okay. Okay. More books that are being added to my TBR. Jane Eyre. Pride and Prejudice. I can add authors in later. Another book would be... I'll write it down. I probably won't get to it, but Eye of the World. Dragonet Prophecy. Let's see. Fantasy Buddy Reads is reading Nevernight, but I just don't have time to fit that in right now. I'll write down All Systems Red. And it's super short too, though. It's only like 3 hours. Ugh, I want to read it. I'm pretty sure Rachel from Colonnade really enjoyed All Systems Red, and she's the reason I want to read it. Okay, now I can write down my two. The Perilous Guard. Which I'm so excited to reread. And Once Upon a Marquise. My sister texted me right after my video went up, and she was like, neither of those are my genre, but I'll try to read them. She's like, plus, I know you'll either be downloading them from the library or having them on Audible, so I'll be able to find them really easily, so I'll at least give them a try. And I was like, you're so lazy. She's literally just doing it because she'll have them downloaded, like, on her phone, because I'm going to be doing all the work of, like, finding and supplying them, so she might as well read them. Like, laziness to the max. And she's like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, well, thanks for trying, sister dear. She's so funny. I love her. The Perilous Guard. I read that one when I was, like, 12, maybe, and I really liked it. But I don't know if I'll still like it. I'm really hoping I do. But I don't know, since I've known about it, she's been dead, though. So, like, at least she is, like, one of those authors that, like, I want to read all of her books at some point, especially if I really like this one. I just remember not knowing that it was a fairy tale retelling, and then reading it, and then getting to the end and being like, oh, that was a Tam Lin retelling. That was so fun. And it was definitely one of the books that, like, built up my love of fairy tales and fairy tale retellings, like, before I really even knew that those were really things. Like, I probably read it when I was, like, 10 or 11. And, yeah, it's just such a beautiful book. The edition that I have, I bought secondhand, and Chris was like, wow, this cover is really hideous, like, ugh. And I was like, well, for the time it came out, it's actually a pretty good cover. And he's like, when did it come out? And I was like, I don't know, I think the 80s. And we looked at it, and inside the front, it's in the original edition from 1979. So, not 1979, 1974. So I'm like, wow, that's over twice my age. That book has held up real well, and the cover is pretty good for it. Anyway, I hope you guys like it. I hope I like it. That's the main thing. I hope childhood me had good taste in books. The only thing is that I feel like it's for people who love, like, books like Keturah and Lord Death. And I did not like Keturah and Lord Death when I tried to reread it earlier, like in 2017. So, I don't know. I'm worried. Okay. Let's see. And I only have two friends that I've marked it as read on Goodreads. I'm really surprised that Gwen from the Gwendolyn reading method hasn't read this one. It seems like it'd be right up her alley. But out of 7,000 ratings, it has a 4.1, so I feel like most people love it. Anyway, I hope it's good. I hope I don't disappoint. Alright. Okay. So the Perilous Guard counts for February. Grave Memory counts for February. And the third Dresden File books would really count for February, but I'm only on book 2. So unless I want to read book 2 and book 3, I'm not going to read it. I could try to power through the rest of the Kalena Price series, though. Her Grave series. That's totally fine, Melody. You should do it. They really don't care about the challenges at all. They just do it because they think it's fun, but I think that totally works. Let's see. For Contemporary-a-thon, I have no books that count for it. Checked out right now, so I'll have to do that closer to the date. I'm not even sure how much of Contemporary-a-thon I'll get read, but we'll see. Alright. I think that's everything. I think also I'm going to post like a video in the middle of February with the announcement for which books we're going to read for the book club in March. So I think I want to get to my 2 book club picks in the first like week or 2 so that I can decide if we're going to be reading like sequels and stuff. Which I'm sure is a Courtney Milan one. There's no problem with that. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with the Courtney Milan book is challenges are just there to have fun. So for Courtney Milan, she has the second book in that series, aka the third book if you're counting the novellas. Let's see when that comes out. Because if it comes out in March, I'll choose it as the March book. Let's see, when does it come out? After the Wedding by Courtney Milan. Publication date February 20th. F yeah. Okay, so I think that's decided that after the Wedding, I'm going to choose 2 books for the historical romance category that month, simply for the fact that we can read the novella and the new book and get them out of the way and then go on to a new series in April. Okay, that's what we're going to do, assuming that I like the first book, which I'm sure I will. Actually, even if I don't like the first book, we'll probably still read it. I've only ever read 2 historical romances that I've hated the first book so much that I refuse to go on to the series. Normally, I'm fine with continuing on with the series because I know it's about different characters. So, I'm pretty sure it won't be one of those. Oh yeah, it totally would. I think either of the E. Lockhart books would count for that, honestly. Genuine Fraud or the other one. We Were Liars, that's what it's called. I was looking at my shelf. Yeah. I'm sorry I yelled earlier, guys. I got really excited. Okay. Alright. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna also read the second book in the Dragon's Guide series by Lawrence Yep. The first book is The Dragon's Guide to the Care and Feeding of Humans. And I read that in 2015. It was a standalone at the time. But since then, 2 more books have been published. And I really just want to try the second book and see if it's good. Who knows if I will DNF. But the second book is The Dragon's Guide to Making Your Humans Smarter. And I think I'm also going to try to read that for the Unicorn Readathon. I think they would totally count. And also in Contemporary-a-thon, they really don't care. Like, you can fit anything you want. If I do end up doing all the challenges for Contemporary-a-thon, my contemporary graphic novel is totally, like, science fiction. But it's in a contemporary setting. Like, it's not just, like, futuristic. Like, it's contemporary. With the slight science fiction twist that she was, genetically modified and raised in an incubator and is like a superhuman. But you know, besides that small thing. So anyway. I think that's everything. I'm gonna have to go through and see if there's any more like unicorn books, not unicorn books. What's its face books that I can fit into the Unicorn Readathon for those 5 days, and then after that I'm gonna go ham on everything else. I think that's it. Thank you guys for planning with me. I know I mostly just wrote down like challenges and stuff, but now you are exposed to all these wonderful readathons, and hopefully you are motivated to try some of them because they all look amazing, and I'm so excited. Really excited for all of these. So, yeah, thank you for stopping by. I always really appreciate it. I love doing these live shows, not because I just sit and talk to myself for 2 hours, but because you come and talk to me, and I love it. It's the best ever. So, you guys all rock and are awesome. They make you feel really productive. Well, I'm glad of that. Thank you. Allie and Libby, I will go post a thread on my Goodreads, Giselle's Random Nonsense Book Club on Goodreads for the Dragonette Prophecy, and we can start that the 4th. We don't have to read a certain amount of pages every day. I feel like we can